That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
It's crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode 136 of Camp Strange. I'm your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And I'm Slim Dave. Snap-a-doo Slim Dave.
Oh,
There's a lot of
okay.
hair in it.
Oh, I'll take two.
It's extra protein.
He thinks protein's in hair.
It is. It's the follicles.
Anyway, we're back to reading the spooky, wacky, weird, strange, and big. But before we
that
get
might have been a little too much there.
But before we get into that, we got to catch you up on something else too. Since David and I have been having a hard time trying to find a schedule to record, we're going to kind of scale it back just a little bit, and we're going to release an episode every 2 weeks. Which doesn't mean we're going anywhere because we're still releasing episodes, but we're going to have to take a little bit of a break because we're getting pretty hectic schedules and everything like that. So don't expect one this next Friday, but the Friday after that, and then we'll try to keep that up for the meantime. Who knows, in the future we might just start a Patreon and then maybe start putting like backlogged episodes on there or something like that, but we're going to figure it out. But until we get a better schedule, that's going to be the schedule for right now. So thank you guys for understanding. We hope you understand. But, let's just continue on with the good times and catch you up on any of the weird news you may have missed this week. And, David, this independent.uk goddamn article wants me to register for free. And I'm not doing that. But I will read you the headline as Monk chops off own head for good luck in the afterlife.
So the good luck comes in the afterlife, not the chopping itself.
Well, here's all they gave me. They gave me one little paragraph. It says, a Buddhist monk in Thailand reportedly cut his own head off with a guillotine in the hope it would lead to being reincarnated as a higher spiritual being.
Boy, that's a gamble.
So I feel like that's all we really need to know.
So good old guillotine.
But it's pretty nuts, pretty crazy. I don't think anybody's had their head chopped off by a guillotine in about when was the French Revolution? Somewhere around there. Maybe.
Oh no, I know this fact.
There was
the last time someone was executed by a guillotine was in 1977.
Oh, who was that?
It was in France, and it was the same year A New Hope, the first Star Wars, came out, and the same year the Portland Trail Blazers won their only championship.
What? Wait.
Big year for me.
Wait, why did that guy? See, that's what I don't get though. Like some people who get like executed, they'll be like firing squad or like you know, hanged or something like that.
Well, okay. To be fair, the last public cutting of the head was that year.
Oh, yeah, because technically this guy did it.
Yeah, true.
So, no, I guess you meant capital punishment guillotining.
Well, I'm sure people do it every day somewhere by themselves.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
All the time.
It's pretty crazy. But
it's a mess.
I just don't get it. Like, there's so many different better ways, unless like you get to choose your own execution. But like,
I mean, it sounds fast.
Yeah, it's fast. Oh, it's fast.
It's so fast you blink after.
Well, it's fast if it's sharp. It's slow if it's.
Oh yeah.
If you're using.
They put it in backwards so the wood end comes first.
Oh, owie. But yeah, no, I can't even imagine that. I mean, like the guy said, like. You know, it's kind of weird because like I guess he left a note. He did, or he talked for the 30 seconds after you get your head lopped off.
Yeah, he probably did a podcast about it.
Yeah. Mid podcast, just pull the lever. God, that's one of the ones that you can't really like. You can't go back on. Once you pull that lever, you're like, oh wait, you can't just pull your head out halfway.
Yeah.
Then you just got scalped.
Oof. Just
a
little off the top.
Just a little off the top. But, so that guy, we might be seeing him soon as a dragon or something like that, which would be pretty cool. So
and it would be extra cool because he wouldn't be a violent not vampire dragon.
too. He's good back as
He's
a
a vampire dragon.
Yeah.
You think there's ever been? You think anybody's ever done a book about vampire dragons?
Oh, it's out there
It's gotta
somewhere.
be.
I mean, they're kind of already. I guess they're not vampires. Why would
Vampire
I
dragons.
say
Vampire
that?
dragons are a Halloween dragon released in 2008. Unlike other Halloween dragons, vampires can reproduce year-round through the bite BSA. The bite action allows them to create vampire eggs from standard dragon eggs once every 31 days. What in the fuck is this talking about?
What kind of weird blog did you click on?
Dragon Cave Wiki. This must be a
Oh,
game.
is this a D&D thing maybe? Might be.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway, very interesting that you created that just right now.
Off the top. A little off the top for you.
Oh, jeez. Did you read your story? I just got so sidetracked.
No, Asian San Jose cop in trouble for nunchucking to Mortal Kombat music.
Oh, I feel like that's the only time you can nunchuck.
Yeah, you'd think so. And okay, I'm looking at the stills. I'm not watching the video. I'm watching the stills, and he's just dicking around with his police baton. He's not in nunchucks.
Oh, he got reprimanded for for twirling his baton.
Oh yeah, he's just twirling it. I'm watching the video now.
Oh, that's not bad. Having a little fun.
Yeah, I guess
I guess
you
it's
really
not
put
good
it in
to
context.
swing your weapon around in public. But
I mean, it's in an empty parking lot in the middle of the night, but yeah, you put it in context with everything going on
yeah.
in our country with said police dancing to a song from Mortal Kombat. It's not a good look.
How do you not swing a weapon around when that song comes on, though? That's my
I
big
know.
question.
Absolutely. I
It's-
understand that.
It's hard not to. So
It's easy to see both sides of this one.
I'm very neutral until the Mortal Kombat movie comes out, and then I will decide.
Did you watch the 7-minute preview?
No, there is.
Yeah, they released just like the
Ooh.
first 7 minutes of it. And going into it, I was like, yeah, this movie's going to suck ass. And the 7 minutes wasn't that bad.
I mean, they kind of like the first, is it 2 or 3? I don't know, like that were made in the 80s were like fun, but they're pretty like cheesy.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah, they're bad. They're not great. And then everything that's been made beyond that has been like fan made, like internet things, which are like okay, but they just don't have the budget. And then
There was one really badass one, actually.
I think I saw that one, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They did like a little alternate history of like, I remember they saw like Raiden, but he was in like an insane asylum because he was like, I'm a god, and everyone's like, oh, you're crazy. And then he was able to get out using his electricity and whatnot. But I don't know, just very cool like how they're able to do that. But this one looks like it has the budget, and it's kind of being taken serious. Like it's not just so like campy, and Goro's in it, the 4-armed creature with a ponytail.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, still only 2 nipples.
Really?
But I was thinking about it just now, actually. And when you really think about it, any action movie made today has no excuse to really be bad anymore, even if the writing is fucking awful, as long as they have like the special effects.
Oh my God.
Like the stunt world is so different now than it used to be, and it's like if you I don't even want to get started on it, but it's just like the Fast and the Furious. They have 9 of them. The newest one is basically a superhero movie.
Oh my God, it's crazy. I saw the new trailer for it. I was like, what is going on? Like
There wasn't even a car in it.
it's just like John Cena tackling like Vin
The
Diesel
Rock?
through walls
Oh,
and like
yeah.
and like they'll like tackle each other from one building onto another building. You're like, what?
In
Like,
Dubai.
they should just be dead. They should just fall out of the building.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. But they'll fall. Yeah, they'll fall like hundreds of feet, hit 5 poles on the way down, land in water, and be fine. I'm like, no, you're dead. You're dead. But
Yeah. But where I was going with that is that movie will make an insane amount of money.
oh yeah,
Regardless. But I mean, if you take that exact script and you make it in like early 90s, late 80s, it would be so fucking bad.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I just watched Godzilla vs. King Kong, and like,
Oh,
like
great movie.
like the script was like okay. It was like all very like I kind of saw that coming, you know, like certain things going on there, but like
Yeah.
the spectacle was just like why you watched it. You're just like, whoa, this is like insane, you know?
Well, what they did really well with that movie, which they didn't do in some of the other ones, was like the whole like human aspect. They're like, you know what, fuck this. We're not going to dive deep into these characters that you don't give a shit about. Because you know everybody's here to watch Big Monkey fight Big Lizard. And
But when
God
Dragon
Lizard.
Vampire comes in, no one ever sees it coming.
No, they really don't.
Dragon
But you know
Vampire.
they don't really give too much backdrop to these human characters that you don't give a shit about.
Yeah, you're just like, okay, like, yeah, you guys are just like, you guys are telling the story because Big Monkey and Big Lizard can't. They just scream at each other, and
Or can they?
you got to read the body language, I think.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you really got to read that body language.
But oh well, I have another story right here. Another story right here. As elderly woman taken to wrong house by ambulance and tucked up in stranger's bed.
That's like my new fear is coming home to an elderly woman tucked into my bed,
So this lady,
wrapped in bandages.
so this lady, she's 89. Her name's Elizabeth Mahoney, and she was recovering from COVID-19 at the hospital. And I guess
Good for her.
And she made it, and so they were driving her home in the ambulance. I don't know what happened, how she got taken to this house, but they went there, they knocked on the door, and like the people were like, "Oh yeah, like put her in the back and like make her comfortable and stuff like that." And I guess the son of the woman was like, you know, they got informed like, "Oh, your mother's back home now." So they went over there, knocked on the door, like an hour and a half, 2 hours went by, and they're like, "We can't get in. We hope she's okay. We hope she didn't have a stroke like she had one a couple of years back. Like, we need to know what's going on." And then they eventually found out that she got brought to this other person's house. And then the other people there was like, "Oh, we just like didn't really think about it because like we have another old woman staying there who has dementia or something like that. I forgot what's going on, but basically the woman was like, she was like kind of confused but not really questioning. She was like a little scared. She's like, "I was wondering why they were calling me a different name, but like how often do these people look alike? Like how much do they look alike?"
Yeah.
To just like have her just be like chilling at their house, like just in someone else's bed. But if you've been to the UK, I mean, I've never been to the UK, so I can't say this.
They all look alike.
Yeah,
there.
a lot of I just mean the houses sometimes look alike.
True.
Like I've seen
The architecture.
I've seen some documentaries, and I was like, oh, they all kind of look alike. There's like 10 houses that are all kind of like right there, look alike. So
Yeah.
maybe Elizabeth was a little like, maybe maybe COVID's really changed my memory. This is what it actually looked like.
Yeah.
Did you trust the ambulance people, right?
Oh, they're the most trustworthy people.
Exactly, man. They got syringes.
And they've got those those beds on wheels. Those are cool.
Those are really
One of
fun.
those.
Yeah, they're really fun. But yeah, so I think she's back to her home now. They're like, no, we just left her there.
She looked really comfortable. We just left her.
They needed a grandma, so we gave them one.
They had a TV in her room. We don't have that at home, so we left her.
She's like, the TV was bigger. I thought I was going crazy, and they fed me better food, and I was like, what's going on?
They have one of those toilet seats that have a heater on it.
Oh, I would stay.
You can sit there all day.
Leave me tucked in.
All right. Coyote pounces on man who crashed electric scooter into one of them.
Oh. Was he off-roading? Or was there a coyote that he was running into?
Yeah. Yeah, it says it's on pavement.
It pounced on him. See, like, that's the thing. Coyotes, like, I think they just kind of leave you alone if, like, you're bigger than them. But, like, if you got a scooter and you're running into them, you're asking for trouble.
This is British Columbia, so who knows?
Oh. I didn't even know they got the scooter system up there.
Are those still going, or did they shut those down in LA?
No, I see them popping up now, I think, again. It's like not like Limes or whatever. I think it's like Uber ones or like maybe Birds or something. I don't know. They're trying to bring them back, but
Those things are fun.
They are fun, but people like really don't like them for some reason. They're like, they're in the way of my sidewalk. I'm like, just walk.
Yeah.
I get when people like live in the middle of the sidewalk, but like, you know.
Man, I snapped one of those fucking things in half once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you throw it off something?
No, I was riding it.
What? Oh, you jumped off a curb, huh?
No, it wasn't a curb. It was a small ramp in the sidewalk made from a tree root coming up.
Ah, that might have got you more air than a curb.
Yeah, and I landed and it just snapped in half. Recovered flawlessly, and then I went and played a kickball game.
Oh, very cool.
I reported it and I just said, no need to worry, I was not injured, so we do not need to like look into this.
Do not email me further.
Yeah. I almost made it seem like I was going to sue them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I broke it negligently, but you don't know that, so why don't you just take your broken scooter and go home?
I like to believe that there was already a crack in it, and it was not my fault.
Yeah, it's probably got some wear and tear. I mean, well, you did take it off a big old ramp, but sure, yeah, you know.
I never said it was a big old ramp.
I've seen those tree root sidewalks. They form big old ramps.
Yeah, a little bit. Did backflip.
Do you have another story?
Yeah, Vin Diesel to star in movie version of Rock'em Sock'em game.
They kind of did that with Real Steel.
Yeah, but now it's Rock'em Sock'em game.
Who is he, red or blue?
He's Flesh.
It's all about family and Red Robot. I love that part where he says that.
I mean, the fact that he's been able to be so successful and survive in such a ruthless industry, it just shows you can do anything you really want.
Yeah, he's action guy. Like, just put him in there, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be fit anymore. He's gonna be like, he's got like,
not really.
Yeah, he's got like dad bod, but like, man, like people just love Vin. Vin's great.
It's because they just can't get the old vision out of their head. Every time they see Vin's face, they just think of how it used to look.
Maybe he's gonna voice like one of the robots or something. Because he's a big voiceover guy now, especially with the Groot, you know.
Shit, why wouldn't you be?
Do you think he voiced? Katie and I had this discussion. Do you think he voiced Groot for Guardians 2 because it's all pitched up and it's like,
yeah, they did. They changed it with effects.
They re-recorded it though. He said it so many times in the first one.
Well, you know, each time he says it, it's a different recording.
Well, that's what I assumed, but like, you know, I guess there's probably legality things that they had to deal with where it's like we can't just like reuse his voice. Like we still have to pay him the same amount of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
pretty sure every line of Groot is like an individual recording. I think it's not like a copy and paste.
Yeah, and I think he also did like a lot of like different languages, like a Yo Soy Groot. You know?
Yeah.
And then like
Yo Soy Groot.
That's all I know. That's the only language I know.
Yeah. Mi amo Groot.
Does that? Wait, what's Yo Soy mean then?
I think that means you are.
No. Oh my God. No. This is basic Spanish, David.
Yeah.
It's been a while for me.
Oh no, Yo Soy is I am. So
Okay.
what did I say? Mi amo? Oh, that's my name.
You're right. You're close.
Which works.
You're close.
That works.
My name's Groot.
My name Groot.
Oh, I love Sacha Baron Cohen's doing the new one. It's gonna be so good.
The new Guardians. He's playing all the characters.
The new Groot spinoff. My name Groot. Do you have one more story?
No, that's all three.
Okay, you did three. Okay, good. That's right. He's gonna be in Rock'em Sock'em. That's right. Well, I guess it's time to just get into these stories. Are you ready, David?
Oh God, I've never been more ready in my life.
Okay, well, let's do this then. Now, David, on this podcast, we tend to discuss cryptids that usually range back thousands, hundreds, or at least tens of years ago. But as of recent, there have been a couple new cryptids or monsters to make their way to the forefront of pop culture. One such monster I can recall is, of course, Slender Man,
Yep.
as he sprang onto the scene in 2009. But as many of us know, there has been a new challenger as of 2018 that has stepped up to the plate, ready to take on the title of newest and creepiest cryptid. As today, I tell you,
Oh, is it Da Baby?
it's not. I tell you,
I'm trying to think of who this could be.
today, I tell you a little about the mysterious creature known as Sirenhead.
Oh.
Do you know Sirenhead?
Yeah, kind of. I thought that was like a character from a game or something, not like a cryptid.
I mean,
'Cause I can do a 4-hour podcast about the Dwemer in the Elder Scrolls if you want.
well, he's kind of he's like, I'm not gonna front right here. There may or may not be an artist who claims to have created this creature. I say phooey. But
Oh, man.
there is a lore behind him, and like Slender Man also is kind of the same thing where, he started off as a character in a video game that slowly became pop culture and a cryptid, and people believe that Slender Man is in the forest waiting for them,
Oh, I thought that game came out after the whole craze.
No, no, or I think it was a creepypasta. I think he was a creepypasta, but like that's kind of modern day folklore in itself, really.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's another really famous creepypasta called The Backrooms, which is like really, really.
Yeah.
You ever heard about that?
Kind of. I'm slightly familiar with it. I don't really understand why it's creepy.
It's kind of like the existential dread of being stuck in an endless office park maze. You're just stuck in like it's a portal basically that like brings you to like this office park that's has all yellow walls, and it smells like wet carpet, and like you walk forever, and
Sounds like heaven.
you never find your way out. So it's just kind of like very scary, just like lost in a maze.
How can you find your way out when you're already home? Chili's.
I love how Chili's painted their walls yellow and wet their carpet recently.
Yeah. I mean, they were always a little wet, so they just jumped ahead and just used water to make it a little more natural.
COVID's over, people. We wet our carpets again. We painted the walls. But so let's.
Yeah, we know the mosquitoes are a mess, but we got them zapper lamps.
Oh, the mosquitoes are forming in the carpets.
Oh yeah,
That's a nightmare.
Have you ever experienced one of those mosquito nests?
No.
So in high school, when I was doing track, I was prepping the pole vault pit with my buddy, and like the hole. I know there's fucking terms, but the hole that the pole vault actually goes into.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They have like
collects
lids over 'em.
water.
And especially in Oregon, and so there's all this nasty water sitting, and we opened it, and just like a cloud of mosquitoes came flying out of that fucking thing because they breed in water.
Yeah, you're supposed to like overturn buckets and like tires and stuff like that.
So nasty.
Ugh, nightmare.
Nightmare.
So let's get into Sirenhead, not mosquito. That's for in 2 weeks. So Sirenhead, who is sometimes called Lamphead, is a hostile cryptid and urban legend first reported by the Canadian horror artist Trevor Henderson. Sirenhead is a tall, mysterious humanoid creature that is known for its odd appearance and the various sounds that emanate out of its head, which consists of a metallic pole with sirens attached to it. So you guys have maybe seen Sirenhead. He's like this really tall, gangly guy with like he has no head. He just has like a pole sticking out of his head with like 2 sirens, and there's like teeth inside the sirens. I mean, I'll go into a little bit more detail, but it says almost all images of Sirenhead are presented very similarly to each other, featuring Sirenhead as a tall, thin, desiccated. There it is. Desiccated and dehydrated humanoid with mummified skin, dual sirens on its head. It is said that Sirenhead sirens has the ability to release various sounds out of them, such as conversations, white noises, and extremely loud sounds, which can damage hearing. And I have the 4 sounds it is most known for. If you would like to hear them, David, I'll try to.
I would love that.
Okay, I'll try to get my mic a little bit closer right here, but let's see if I could do this real quick. Okay, this should be the first one. That's kind of classic.
High school fire alarm.
Oh, I was thinking of Amber Alert, but yeah, that's another one. Here's another one. Very like air raid. Yeah. And then here's the third one. I think a lot of these are maybe tornado warnings or sirens from like different areas.
Oh, well, I know what the last one is.
What was that one?
That's a cop car sinking into the ocean and a whale imitating its siren.
How'd you know?
Yeah, I speak whale.
Sirenhead loves to throw cop cars in the oceans after they nunchucked to fucking Mortal Kombat.
Well, you know, it's like everybody knows the only way to officially recycle a car battery is to throw it into the ocean. And so he's just skipping the part where you take the car battery out of the car.
Chuck the
He
whole
didn't really
thing.
get it. He's too big. He doesn't drive cars. He didn't really get it. So he knows the car battery's dead. So he just launches the whole
He's trying
thing.
to be environmental.
He's trying. He's trying to do the right thing. He's halfway there.
So here's the fourth one. That one sounds kind of nice to me.
The crickets are nice.
The crickets are nice. It says
Well-
this was recorded on August 28th, 2018 in Weyer, Austria. See, they give you like where these were recorded. These were recorded by real
okay.
people out in the
Well, I was gonna
woods.
say the last one sounded like sorry, your call did not go
Oh,
through.
a little bit, yeah. Do do do. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. I hear that. So those are the 4 sounds. If you hear those, fucking run. So Sirenhead has been presented with different objects on his head, as we said. Sometimes goes by a lamp head, depending on 2 known photographs. In the first photo, more than 2 sirens are seen on Sirenhead's head. While in the second photo, Sirenhead's head is that of a street lamp, which gave Sirenhead the nickname Lamphead. See, these 2 photographs verify 2 theories. Sirenhead has the ability to change its appearance in order to fit into the world, or that subspecies of Sirenhead a subspecies of Sirenhead exists. So they're saying that, you know, there's 2 like there's like the Sirenhead and then there's like the Lamphead, and they're part of the same family, but one's a subspecies. So they don't know which one it is, but both just blend in really well. You know, they're tall mother effers, and one's got a lamp, one's got a siren. I believe it.
So while you're describing them, I wanted to look for myself and look at images. I'm gonna need you to open up a web browser real quick.
Okay, I'm here.
I want you to Google Sirenhead.
Sirenhead.
I'm hoping your ads have shop Sirenhead.
Okay, Sirenhead images. Wait, say that again?
I imaged searched Sirenhead,
Yeah.
and I have at the very top there's ads, which is shop Sirenhead, and it has like a little like scrolly bar.
No.
Okay.
Shop Sirenhead. It's Google.
Okay,
you
so
mean
you're
shopping?
gonna,
Click the shopping tab.
maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna click
Trust
that.
me, this is good. You want to see this?
Okay, I'm like looking. What am I looking for?
A small child with a clown nose giving a thumbs up.
I see him, and he has a
Go to
red
that
siren head.
Please go to that Amazon page and look at the photos they have given. These are some of the worst photoshopped images you can find on Amazon. People at home, maybe go to Amazon, type in 27.6 inches siren head plush toy Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas party, boys and girls gift. These photos are to die for.
They're clearly not holding this monstrosity of a toy, and instead somebody photoshopped them under some hands of theirs. Apparently, that little boy's arm looks like he has a fake arm. That
arm looks so bad.
That boy's got a fake arm. A farm.
Because the real one fell off when he touched the damn toy.
Yeah, it's bound to happen, really. But holy shit.
Sorry, I thought you need to see. If you scroll down to the black one, there's another pretty good.
I thought you were gonna try to show me. Some people have created different dating games with Siren Head now, and I thought that's what you're gonna try to show me.
Oh, well, there is a photo here of Siren Head standing next to a minivan that is destroyed and wedged between two trees.
Oh, so he missed the ocean.
He did miss the ocean, unfortunately. But this does confirm he can toss a minivan, so cop cars.
Oh yeah,
it's nothing.
He's very strong. So, like I said, Lamphead or Siren Head, very strong. And interestingly enough, the only metallic piece of Siren Head are the sirens on its head, while its body is made out of organic veins, wizened old skin, and wires, which are spiraled on its torso and neck. See, it is also theorized that Siren Head might internally be packed with loose cassette tape and a tape recorder incorporated in its body, which may be the explanation of how Siren Head captures the sound of its victims and the surrounding sounds, which Siren Head replays as bait. So it's kind of like a mimic. Like, if it kills you and you're like, no, help me, it'll like record that and then play it out through its sirens again to trick people.
Well, to get your friends and family.
Exactly. I mean, we'll get into it. So Siren Head is a very aggressive, monstrous, and skilled predator, which makes it very dangerous, and it seems to have some degree of intelligence due to its using tactics such as camouflaging within the forest and mimicking sounds like voices to hide and lure its prey. So like I said, it blends in. It looks like a good old light pole at like a summer camp, the morning announcements, or just like a lamp head. And it also, that's how it camouflages. And then it also can just like lure you in and get you close enough into the woods, because it only likes to hide in places where there's not a lot of people, like very secluded areas. So it's never really attacking in like the inner city.
Yeah, it's a quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly. So Siren Head is not above fooling people with their friends' voices as well, playing the voice of a lost or injured friend to lure its prey in. One sighting suggests that it also blocks out the screams of its devoured victims with other sounds in order to prevent anyone from coming to the victim's aid. So it's like it'll play like white noise while it like kills you.
Or a really loud bird screaming.
Oh, yeah. Or like the peacock and then be like,
Yeah. Oh,
like
I
that.
know. I'm all too familiar with that sound.
Oh, you got a couple peacocks near you?
I grew up with one.
Ah.
Have I never told you the story of the pet peacock I had?
No.
Yeah, man.
I guess.
Shall I?
Is it a long one?
I can shorten it.
Did you kill it?
I didn't.
Oh.
Goddamn neighbor.
Fuck.
No, when I was a little kid and I was in preschool, I'm going to do this fast. I was a little kid in preschool, and I kept telling my parents all the time, like, I'm not sure if that came up in the recording.
What?
I think a motorcycle drove by and my little hound went ballistic.
No.
Yeah, so when I was a little child, it was like preschool age. I would come home and come run inside and tell my mom and dad, like, Mom, Dad, there's a monster on the roof. There's a monster on the roof. And my parents would be like, no, there's not. And that went on for a while. And one day our janitor at my preschool passed away. His name was Ed. And we had like a funeral for him at the school during the day. And we come back and I was like, Mom, look, there's the monster on our roof. And there's just a fucking peacock on our roof. And we named him Ed after the janitor. And Ed lived in a tree in our backyard.
What? They
for
live in trees?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They roost. And yeah, lived in our backyard for, I thought it was years. It was probably closer to months. But I think it was probably like a year or two. And I'd always wake up to him like doing that fucking peacock sound.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we had no idea where he came from. Just showed up one day.
Sometimes they wander like into like neighborhoods, kind of like a turkey.
Yeah. At one point, a female showed up too for like a few days and took off.
Oh.
But,
Females
yeah,
don't have the big plumes, huh?
No, they're like gray and
Yeah.
and
More like
brown.
a turkey.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, one day the UPS driver hit him. It didn't kill him, but by the time we found him, he was like infested with like bugs. And stuff.
Stop.
Yeah, so we had to put him down.
No, David.
He was a great bird, though.
Jesus Christ, that story's horrible. The first part was pretty good. Jesus.
I mean, all animal stories on this podcast ends with sadness.
Just the infested with bugs. Jesus.
Yeah, he had maggots in him,
Stop.
just pouring out of him.
Stop. Your leg or the fucking peacock?
Both.
Oh, okay.
That's actually how I got them.
Transferred.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying with Sirenhead, although Sirenhead does have teeth, it's got teeth in its little siren, it is not fully known if it actually consumes humans or if it just kills with its noises emitted from the sirens for fun or possibly other reasons. So they don't know if it like uses its hands. It's super strong, so it could like pick you up and throw you. It could stomp on you. It could use its sirens to blow out your eardrums and melt your brain, apparently, or something like that. But they don't know if he eats you. He might just tear you apart, chew you up a little bit, spit you out. But
which mouth would you eat from?
a little bit of both, I think. It's like what side of your mouth you chew on. A little bit of both. You know?
All right.
So, other known facts about Sirenhead are that despite its lack of eyes, it can still see, apparently. It has the ability to manipulate technology by playing sounds through other devices. I'm guessing that's like a really good thing to do if like it wants to like try to find you. It could like kind of track your phone a little bit, like play a little ringtone through there, and like there you are. He'll call you so he knows where you are.
Little Beach Boys.
Yeah, exactly. California. Wish they all come California. Oh my fucking God!
I mean, there's worse songs to die to.
It's true. So, it spends most of its time standing still, but it has the ability to move very fast and is extremely strong, being able to rip out and pick up trees as well. So, yeah, pretty. And as you know, throw a van and get it stuck in a tree.
Yeah.
Victims of Sirenhead have apparently been found with their eyes, eardrums, gums, sinuses burst and bleeding, a description which matches the aftermath of a recent incident where the majority of a town was found killed in this fashion. So,
In real life,
that's what they say.
they give any more detail, like where?
I'm not going to tell you where the town is, David. So you can go look it up and tell me that it didn't happen because you're part of the problem.
No.
Sirenhead did it.
Okay.
So Sirenhead has also it was never a person, and people cannot turn into an example of it. So not like a vampire dragon.
Yeah.
There we go. Weapons do not normally work on the entity, so you're fucked. It has almost never been spotted in populated areas, like we said. It kind of sticks to like the forest and like more like lone streets and stuff like that in the middle of nowhere. And despite the teeth in its speakers, Sirenhead does not eat, meaning that it may not actually be a predator in the traditional sense, which is
I
kind
thought you
of.
said it ate people.
I said it has teeth, but like it could kill people with its teeth, but it doesn't
Okay.
swallow them or anything. It doesn't eat them.
Oh, okay.
But they're just basically saying that it might not even be a predator. That might be like a defensive thing, like you've come into its territory. You know, it's not hunting you. It's defending itself or something like that.
Okay.
Interestingly, Sirenhead does not seem to acknowledge other animals and seems solely focused on humans, but in reality, its motives are currently unknown and may be completely alien to us. So like I said, it doesn't really affect deer and everything. It just doesn't like humans. Because it knows what we do to light posts, you know? We post lost peacock flyers on them, gum.
And it looks into your bedroom, sees what you're doing at 10:13 p.m. every night.
What?
You know what?
You saw that? You were on the light post? You're on the light post?
Rubbing your light post.
So, it has teeth too. So but not for
The sound
eating.
is awful.
Not for eating. So just like I told you, this is a pretty quick one today. You know, Sirenhead's still pretty new. We gotta make some more lore about it. I mean, we gotta discover some more lore about him. But although not much is known about this monster yet, there is still much to be discovered. So next time you find yourself in the forest with a friend and they go off just beyond the tree line to take a fat, stinky camping poo, make sure that if they begin to call your name for some more TP, use precaution, because it might not be your poop butt friend when you step into the darkness of the tree line, but instead, Sirenhead.
You're going to have to like record all of those separately louder and send them to me in a different file.
Why? You can hear him, right?
I don't know. That's what I had to do with the last episode with the songs I did for the Majora's Mask stuff. I had to re-record them because they just did not come through at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Just a little precautionary.
Okay.
But wow, fuck yeah, though. You know, that brings up a good point. You're with your friends out in the wild. Always come up with not so much a safe word, but maybe a scared word.
Yeah. Like, how do I know it's you? I mean, he does
coconut cream.
He does mimic, but like you like don't say it unless you need to say it. So just like, and then it's gonna try to like it knows it somehow like telepathically knows it, and then it's trying to like piece together like what's the word I'm looking for?
Just recite the Declaration of Independence.
It's trying to.
You didn't know shit about that.
It's trying to piece together letters. It's like, coconut cream. Like, what? Like, coconut cream. I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's good. I like it.
He sounds like what South Park character is that? Coconut. Oh, what the fuck? Oh,
I know what you're saying.
The future guy who's like chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
That's who.
And everybody looks like The Rock.
Yeah, exactly. They're all orange. Yeah. Oh man.
Whoa. Are you trying to say The Rock is orange? Is that
okay? No, the tequila makes him pale and sickly. Just kidding. We all love The Rock. If we love Vin, we love The Rock. They're the same person.
Rock Johnson.
Yeah, Vin The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. You know they made a Young Rock show, just like Young Sheldon.
Yes,
but it's
I
The
do
Rock.
know that. I saw the billboards for that. I think we talked about that on here, did we?
Probably. I didn't know about it until my mom asked me if I watched it, which was a good sign to me. Good sign to me that never watched it.
Moms love The Rock.
Yeah, they do. And Jason Momoa.
Yeah, they do.
Boy.
Well, that guy's made of rock.
All right, Tobin. Today we are going to do something special on the podcast. We're going to listen to me take allergy medicine through my nose the whole time.
I feel like I do that most of the time.
Today we're going to solve one of the world's biggest mysteries together.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So this mystery takes us all the way back to 15th century Japan.
My favorite century of Japan.
I know. That's why I did this story. And the first mystery of the story is how to pronounce its name. Now, we both make the mistakes of taking on stories headfirst with names or words from other lands that we puny Americans have no chance of correctly pronouncing.
Coca, not cream.
Exactly. We're basically Sirenhead, which, by the way, I think they could have came up with a better name.
I like it. I like
Sand Coconut
Sirenhead's
Cream.
name.
It's too close to Pyramid Head, who I'm much more terrified of.
Oh, from Silent Hill.
Yeah.
But then you can't get mad at Slender Man, though,
Why?
because he's a slender man.
He has a slender man.
Siren Head.
Well, if anything, it should be Siren's Head.
No, it's one
Siren
siren.
Heads.
It's not Speaker's Head. It's not
All right.
Speaker Head.
I guess you're right. I guess
Siren has to
speaker
have
isn't a siren.
two separate trajectories because it's a siren. Everyone's got to hear. It can't be facing one way.
I stand corrected.
Okay, sorry. You can continue. You can continue.
No, I'm good.
I didn't mean to make you look like a fool. David's getting up. Oh no, he's whipping himself with a belt.
All right, I'm back.
He nunchucked himself
like
in the back.
That was like that scene from Inferno.
You're thinking of
What-
Da Vinci
what-
Code.
Okay, well, wasn't that the name of the sequel of Da Vinci Code?
I think so.
Was it in the Da Vinci Code when the guy from The Office whipped himself?
That's not the guy from The Office. That's Vision.
Oh, I thought it was the guy from like the original Office.
Oh no. You're what's that guy's name? He was also one of the pirates in Pirates of the Caribbean. Who's like, he's like the skinny guy with the wonky eye. Him and the fat little guy are always like.
No,
That's
there's
him.
no way there's
him.
no way that's the
That's
same
him.
dude.
That's
no
him.
fucking way. No,
Yes.
no,
Not the fat one, but the skinny one with the bowl cut.
that is not the same guy.
Yes, it is.
Holy shit, no way. I don't think it is.
And then Vision is the one who's whipping himself.
oh, I didn't realize that was Paul Bettany.
Yeah. Bettany?
Okay.
Bethany.
Whatever.
Bethany. Coconut cream.
All right, so let's give this word a swing. Norimitsu Odachi.
You
You know,
nailed it.
that wasn't even that hard.
No, you
I
nailed
don't. Now that I said it out loud, it wasn't hard at all. Norimitsu Odachi. So yeah, like I was saying, this is the mystery of Norimitsu Odachi. But what exactly is Norimitsu Odachi? Norimitsu Odachi.
Just call it Nori.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, that's funny you say that. To put it plainly, it's a big sword.
Whoa.
To go into detail, it is a huge sword from Japan. When modern times men found it, it immediately stunned the collective minds of historians, being that it measures up to 12 feet 37 inches and weighs 31.97 pounds, so basically 32 pounds.
I knew you loved Pyramid Head for a reason.
Big sword.
That's the sword that Pyramid Head carries around.
I think this thing's honestly bigger than what he carries.
Whoa. And that guy's big too.
Yeah. So I'm sure you're thinking, because I was at the same time too, and I would agree, but 32 pounds doesn't seem like that much weight. But when you take that weight and distribute it through 12 feet of steel, that would greatly change your perception of the weight itself.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because it's like when you try to you ever try to like lift like a pallet, and you're just trying to lift it, but it's like too far away from your body to like really get a hold of.
Almost every day.
I had to lift some pallets today. No, but like I guess a pallet's not a really good example. But you know, like those things that are just like it's not heavy, it's awkward.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Especially if it's something you're swinging around at someone.
Yeah.
So now, Tobin, I know you are quite the weapons expert with a specialty in the art of blades.
Of course.
So can you tell me what type of sword this is with the given information?
Oh, of course. Were you going to give me the information? Or are you gonna...
Well, I already did. It's
then
in
this
Japan.
is of course a broadsword.
It's in Japan.
Well, I don't want to say it's a samurai sword.
Oh my god. It's not a You're thinking of a
katana?
katana. Yes.
You don't now I got to say the exact words. Okay.
I was hyping you up as this huge
It's a katana.
bladed expert. Katana.
Well, the way you described it, it's a broadsword. That thing's, I mean, I don't know how thin it is, but I'm literally just picturing Pyramid's head sword and
Yeah. Well, honestly, you were probably
Final
closer
Fantasy
to the actual
sword.
You're closer to the answer. I thought you were going to go straight for the katana.
No, never.
Katana.
I never go straight to the katana. My katana goes straight for you. Hey!
Oh, that's good.
You
I
like that? Thank you.
So yeah, there are other lesser known swords from Japan that have been living under the shadow of the katana. And this one is the Odachi.
Oh, that sounds kind of familiar.
It sounds familiar because I've been calling this thing the Norimitsu Odachi.
Oh, that's why.
And so, yeah, the name of the sword is literally in the name of what I've been talking about.
Okay.
Allergies. So the Odachi can be directly translated into large or great sword. So you're actually pretty close.
Okay.
But also sometimes referred to as a Nodachi, which means field sword, which is a long-bladed Japanese sword.
I wonder if it cuts wheat or something.
No, it's a weapon of war.
Oh, okay. Why do you call it a field
Yeah, it's not-
sword?
it's not a
fight on the
tool.
field with it.
Exactly. So it's like I believe a field sword would be like a large battleground weapon.
Okay.
You know, it's like something you're like when you're surrounded with like a ton of people fighting.
Yeah, some of you just spin around real quick and you can keep them at bay as they try to run it.
Exactly. So the blade itself of an Odachi is almost always curved and has the length of, no, I'm not going to make an easy joke here, 35 to 40 inches long. And some, which were the really big ones, were recorded to be 6.5 feet long.
Holy shit.
But this is nothing in comparison to the whopping 12-foot, 37-inch blade of Norimitsu.
I didn't even really think about that. Like, you had to say like a 6-foot sword, and I went, well, that's long. And then you went, double it, and I went, whoa. Because like when you said 12-foot,
double it with some change.
Yeah, when you said 12-foot sword originally, I was like, that's a pretty big sword. And then I was like, damn, like I can't even imagine like a 6-foot sword, and then a 12-foot sword. Like that's crazy. Yeah, I feel like that's the sword they used to. Like, oh, I don't want to get up out of bed, but my apple's over across the room. I'm gonna just poke it and try to. You can't even. Now you're touching the blade to try to get the apple.
Not a good idea.
No, you got bloody apple hands.
So I'm not positive. I think I am correct. I could be way off, but I believe if you look at a basketball hoop, the top of the backboard, not the rim, but the backboard, I think that's 12 feet.
I think you're right.
So imagine from the ground to the top of a backboard.
Oh,
that's how long.
That's what they use this sword for. When the basketball gets stuck in the back of the backboard, poke it out. Don't throw your shoe at it. Just poke it out. Don't.
You're gonna get your shoe stuck.
Put the sheath on it. You're gonna pop it. You know what? Let's just use the sheath.
So the Odachi was once a weapon of choice in the battlefield during the Nanboku-cho period, which took place in a large portion of the 14th century. But these weapons would fall out of style after a short-lived hype when warriors found them to be just too large and not practical. The Odachi, and still that's referring to the 6-foot ones, not even like the 6-foot ones were rare. The normal ones were like 30-something to 35 to 40 inches.
They were small enough where somebody could sheath it on their own hip.
Well, I'll get into that. So the Odachi was still used, but not very often, and they continued to be used until they died out in 1615 after the siege of Osaka, when the Tokugawa Shogunate defeated the Toyotomi clan.
I mean,
so I believe
shit must have really went bad for them to be like, you guys were retiring the sword. Like, you guys spent so much time trying to get your swords out. We're all ghosts now. We're having a ghost meeting right now.
Yeah. Welcome to the ghost meeting. There's snacks in the back.
You guys are all dead because you took way too long. Okay, I don't even know how we're going to tell these people to get rid of these swords. These are not practical. We're going to have to haunt some people and just be like, no sword, new sword.
Yeah, I didn't look into it much further, but I'm assuming that the Toyotomi clan were kind of like the originators of it and like the big users of it, because it said they disappeared after they were defeated. So the main reason these swords became obsolete was the fact that it was due to their large size. Odachis had to be holstered on the warrior's back, which resulted in a much slower draw of the blade in comparison to the warriors who kept their sword on their hip.
Yeah.
Which is something like, you don't really think about that much, but like that's like life or death.
I feel like that's when you're trying to like, you ever try to like fish a sweatshirt out of your backpack while it's still on?
Oh, nightmare. Or just like the pack of gum.
I feel like that's
in a small pocket.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they're doing. And then like they spent like 3 minutes and then be like, hey, John, can you go back there and like try to like help me out? Is it, did I clear it? Is it out yet? John? Oh, I chopped off his head? Oh, no, it was out.
I always have the problem is like I'm on a road trip and I have my backpack packed and it's behind the driver's seat, and because I'm someone's with me, and I'm always like reaching back and I unzip one pocket. I'm looking for, I don't know, my gun, and it's like, oh fuck, I'm in the wrong wrong pouch, and zip it back up.
Did you say your gun?
I reach back and I try to unzip another one, and I'm like, I'm in the wrong pouch again. I just keep going until like the person next to me has to like, I'll get the gun. Yeah.
And you just have like sometimes you just have a handful of bullets and you're like, what am I going to do with these?
Yeah, and then you got to try to load them while you're driving and smoking a cigar.
The cops getting closer. You can hear the Mortal Kombat music getting louder.
He's twirling the shit out the side of the car. He's going faster because he's fucking propelling himself.
Only in like the UK though, because I feel like, remember when like UK cops in like the 60s wore those like tall hats and then they would just walk around and be like, and they'd be kind of like flailing it at their hip.
Well, yeah, that's because like in many countries, unlike ours, their police do not have firearms; they just have batons.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Really makes you think twice before you hit somebody, because that's your last line of defense, right? You can't just start hitting people. You're like, oh, he might hit back harder than my stick. He might grab a stick.
Might not work.
He might grab a stick.
Oh, that branch got a knot in it. That looks wicked.
I could crap on the deck like I could choke a donkey. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I could crap on the deck that could choke a donkey.
I'm assuming that's Shrek.
No, that's Fat Bastard, actually.
Oh, I mean, basically the same fucking thing when you think about it.
It's a Scottish accent, exactly, with the same voice actor.
The same actor.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh, Fat Bastard.
I think that was a reference.
I don't know. I don't think Shrek was out yet, right? I don't know.
I think Shrek predates
Fat Bastard. Chris Farley did almost all the voiceover for Shrek, and then he died. And
really?
Yep. You could Google it right now, Chris Farley Shrek, and they have like storyboards with him being like, you wouldn't get it. Like, I'm an ogre, no one loves me. But he does it in his like Chris Farley voice. He's kind of just talking like this.
Because I read somewhere that originally they were going to give Shrek a Canadian accent.
Oh, no, yeah, that's the thing. And then Mike Myers was doing, like, his version, and then as a joke, he did, like, the Scottish thing, and they went, fuck, we like the Scottish one better, so then they redid it again. That's what I heard.
Okay.
So,
okay, yeah.
Couple different...
Hey, we both win on this
couple different layers, like an ogre. Ogres are like
onion?
onions. There we go. There we go.
Boy.
Onion ninja. Hui ha. It's like fruit ninja, but onion ninja.
Your eyes are gonna sting. How good can you chop when your eyes are on fire?
Pretty good when I'm 12 feet away. But I'm gonna miss.
True. Yeah. So with a little background finish, let's get into the meat of the story.
The onion.
The mystery. Ooh, the mystery meat.
Ooh.
Like that taco stand outside of your old apartment.
Oh, I love that taco stand.
Remember that one time that burrito came with a cockroach in the bag and it ran around the apartment?
That is not what happened. We just had a cockroach. Don't blame burrito stand.
I think it's better for you to say that the burrito stand had a cockroach in
No,
its bag.
I will take full blame for this. That was our fault.
And who was the only one that would not hide on the couch and go kill it?
Me?
No.
Oh, well, after you left, that's when I started taking responsibility, apparently, because I've had to chonkla some motherfuckers in my day.
Man, there's nothing quite like the crunch of a cockroach under your shoe.
Oh, no. Oh,
Or
under
your
your
barefoot.
barefoot, yeah. Under a thick-ass under 40 sheets of paper towels.
Oh,
I don't think
I see. I don't crush bugs with paper towels anymore.
I got to boot it first.
When I was like 10 or younger, probably, I tried to crush a wasp with a paper towel that was on a window,
Ooh.
and it stung my thumb through the paper towel.
I think wasps bite. Do they have stingers?
So it was a bee that had a stinger. That's all I know.
Okay.
A hornet. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I think they have stingers.
But that was something traumatizing, which is fun because I remember the last time I got stung by a bee. I felt like there was like maybe like a thorn or like a splinter in my back shoulder. I reached back and I grabbed it and I like felt something weird and I just like pulled my hand forward and I was just holding
A 12-foot sword.
like a 12-foot sword. I was holding a bee and I was like, oh shit, and I fucking threw it.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know, maybe that first bad sting just made me immune or something. Maybe because I haven't felt anything in years.
I was going to say, I don't know how that works, but yeah, let's go with that.
So all the questions about this mammoth of a blade can be summarized into one simple question. Was this sword made for war or display? To play the lame devil's advocate right out of the gates, it is not insane to think that the sword was made to showcase a blacksmith's art and ability. It would be an impressive sight to see a blacksmith create a blade to show his worth that met all of the fucking criteria of this thing. Which is smart.
Yeah.
But I don't buy this idea, and you know why?
Why?
Because from what I have read, the blacksmith would have been throwing a lot of money down the garbage disposal, the 15th century Japan garbage disposal, for a simple like showcasing.
The only thing I could ever see this being an ornate thing over a tactical thing or like a weapon that you would use is if it was a gift for like an emperor.
Yeah.
That's the only way. It would have to be like or like the emperor commissioned it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they said that whoever commissioned the sword would have had to have been a very, very, very wealthy person.
Yeah, I would believe that.
But to that argument,
And big.
maybe they weren't so wealthy, but maybe they were very intimidating.
Like, of course I'm going to give this guy a 12-foot sword. Beat me
He's
up with
gonna
a
tear me in
stick.
half.
He's got a stick.
This dude came into my place with a stick. What am I going to do about
And then I
that?
give him a 12-foot samurai sword. I go, you know what? Maybe I should have just taken the stick beating. I just gave him a sword. This was not good.
Or it's a little reverse psychology. No? A little bit of a reverse play where he's like, oh, this guy is bigger than me, but not big enough to wield this thing. So he's going to be glued to the ground with it.
Too slow. He's like, I've blacksmithed myself a shuriken
Yep.
that can shoot from over 12 feet away. That's
I don't think you shoot those.
You throw them. But the way PCS, the thing, I throw them, and people go, did you shoot that? And I go,
He's
no.
got a fucking cannon.
No, I didn't.
Goddamn python arms over here. Just fucking launch those things.
I'm like that guy on TikTok. Like, kuh, kuh, like right into that wood thing. Kuh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That guy's terrifying.
You see the guy throw a little knife through a ping pong ball?
Yeah, I sent that to you.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I said those guys need to fight.
They
So
do
many
need to
historians.
fight. No, I need both of them on my team.
Many historians who live on the more imaginative side agree that if anybody were to wield this great blade, they had to have been a giant of unproportionate measures. Could have this been one big daddy of a boy, or something else?
Vampire
Japanese-
dragon.
Huh? A vampire dragon, baby.
Yeah.
In Japanese mythology, there is the Oni, which I know we've talked about.
Oh, yeah.
But for the sake of my story, I will talk a little more about them. It is often in Japanese folklore that the Oni are a horrifying giant demon with red or blue skin, three fingers, and yes, I did type in fangers, and 3 toes with twisted horns, and almost always naked.
I think it's a. I think. Isn't that like the Japanese word for like demon?
Yeah,
Okay.
or devil.
Devil, demon.
See,
yeah.
demon, or it's my brother's dog's name.
Oh, devil.
And
dog.
Oni's a good girl. She's not a devil. She's a good girl. In my research, I found that there is an event named the Setsubun Festival that takes place in the spring to drive out the Oni. So maybe the sword was made as an offering to keep the Oni happy and like prevent them from being bothered by the Oni.
Yeah, that superstition. Like that could definitely. That's another one of the ways that like that sword could have been made for like a any kind of like form of superstition, whether it be like a festival or an offering. Like that's
See,
when they shell out that money.
But I also don't know if Japanese culture did offerings. You know, there's lots of cultures that, you know, like the Mayans would offer, like, you know, children's hearts and shit like that. But I don't know enough to say, and I hope it's not offensive, but I don't know if the Japanese culture did offers.
I mean, there might be like subcultures that did it, or just like individual people that like, you know, like I think people offer. I mean, we offer things in like American culture, just like in different ways. Like when you go to, like even like when somebody crashes on the side of a freeway, like James Dean or something like that. Like there's flowers there. That's an offering.
Yeah, we got Pre's Rock over here.
Pre's Rock.
Yeah,
Oh.
Steve Prefontaine.
Oh yeah. That's the guy that you talked about.
Huh?
He ran across America.
That's Chet Hanks's dad. You're thinking. America's sweetheart Chet Hanks. Yeah, you're thinking of his
Are
dad.
you talking about Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump?
That's his name, Tom. I couldn't think of it. I just know Tom Hanks is Chet Hanks's dad.
Anyway, oh yeah, Steve. You talked
No,
about
Steve Prefontaine was like the Michael Jordan of track and field before he died way too early.
That's right. Did he? But did he have a fake leg or something?
Did he have a fake leg?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'm thinking of somebody else then. There's a guy who had a fake leg that ran across America. You guys are gonna, if you know it, yell it in your car. Thank you. No, it's not
I don't
Iron
know why,
Man.
but that reminded me of the hitchhiking robot. Ever seen that picture?
Yeah, where they fucking right when it got in, it got from Canada.
It's like the hitchhiking robot has traveled across all of Canada, but the second it made it in the United States, it got murdered in
Detroit.
Philadelphia.
No, it's Detroit.
And there's a picture.
It was just
of
like
this
in a
robot
fucking
happy,
yeah.
and then it's just destroyed.
It's just in a gutter. So you have to leave offerings for him too. Leave him some all dressed chips to remember the good times in Canada.
Maple syrup,
Yeah.
moose shit. I don't know.
Anyway, So, he got
But
moose shit. There was moose shit there. Some kind of shit, at least.
So I like the other idea, aside from going back to what I was saying, was instead of an offering, I like the other idea that it's that's kind of like the scene from Lord of the Rings where Sauron is just smacking fools left and right in the battlefield. You know, he's just like fucking up
when he's
horses.
got his human form, not human, but physical.
Yeah, when
form.
he's like physical form, and he's just fucking slowly swinging back and forth, and people are just fucking flying.
Oh yeah, like lightning bolt flashes. Basically, it's like he's dropping a glow stick, and people are going flying.
It's like a child with a tennis racket fighting a swarm of bees.
Yeah,
kinda.
not you, because
So-
you just be getting stung.
That was one time.
Oh, I guess you know what? You're right. If you're Sauron, then yeah, you fell to the bee. It only
The
took
bee
one.
did cut my finger
It only
off.
took one bee.
It was a finger too.
Yeah.
Wrong finger, but close enough. So yeah, like where I was going from that is saying that like I would like to believe that maybe like an Oni was with wherever this came from, and basically was telling them they had to fight his battles and make him a sword to fight, kind of thing. Like that was his actual weapon.
Okay.
But I like to think on the more fun side. So there are other giants in the Japanese folklore, but most of them are like the Dara Bochi, who was believed to be big enough to carry mountains.
Whoa.
So even though the sword is impressively large, it is a toothpick for this guy.
I was gonna say toothpick.
Yeah. But also this article I was reading decided to add in a few random stats about how big this giant was, and one of them was that this giant made a hole that was 36 meters or more in diameter by pissing on the ground.
Whoa, what?
And there's a fact that the fact that there's a measurement for this event of him taking a piss makes me believe this guy deserves his own piss episode.
That's a piss boy.
That's a big old piss boy.
Yo, do you know? That's offensive. Never mind. I was just gonna name a chain. I was gonna name a chain of islands and say it was his poo, and then I realized people live on those islands wherever I was.
Yeah, that's bad.
So gonna redact that.
Yeah, probably do that.
But he got big poops too.
Yeah, change the subject so people can't think about it. So what did you think of that Jake Paul fight?
Island poops.
You see that great video of Jake Paul like addressing his bodyguard's untimely death?
And there's a robot dancing in the background.
There's a 12-foot tall Jake Paul robot dancing behind him.
Well, that's something that could wield that sword. Is that what we're talking about here?
So some believe that the legend Lost in Time could have. Some believe that a legend Lost in Time could have wielded this humongous blade. Maybe some sort of monster or just an insanely large person who there is no record of could have used the sword.
It's like the mountain.
Exactly.
The mountain.
So there's the one thing about this story that kind of pissed me off that I couldn't find any information about, and that was the fact on whether or not this sword had any like damage on the blade that would indicate battle.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. Like if there was like some blood stain somewhere. I mean, even if it had
the
a
thing
blood
was
stain.
the thing was completely rusted from photos I saw, but like you look up close and if there are any like dings in the blade that would like
Yeah.
indicate like hitting something.
And like
But
that
I
doesn't
didn't see anything
that
about it.
doesn't even necessarily mean that he hit a human.
Oh,
you know,
dude, are you kidding me? Yeah, because I mean, if someone handed me a 12-foot sword, I would definitely see how many watermelons I could cut.
dude,
with
I
it
would be like
at
that
once.
fucking guy on those infomercials. Be like Iron Blade,
Oh,
meat in
my
the boot,
God.
dude. Just like
Meat in the boot.
meat in the boot. There was meat in the boot.
Why? Like, they just stuff that fucking boot full of like ground beef and then cut it.
Just cut it.
I forgot about that. Remember when like the fucking handle came off of that one and it went flying and almost killed someone?
Oh yeah.
Was that on Tosh.0?
That meat in the boot thing was on H3H3. I remember that was like a.
Well, no, that was like his real commercial, but I think Tosh.0 did an episode with the guy.
Oh, I bet. That guy.
And I think he tried to recreate one of the things and he like swung it and the fucking metal detached from the handle, and the sword went flying and like came inches from hitting this Comedy Central camera operator. Like it probably would have fucking killed him. I'm almost positive that's what it was, but I don't remember.
It was either probably that guy or like a viral video of a guy who like stabbed water bottles in his backyard.
No, yeah, maybe.
It could have been like that guy, because those guys pop up every once in a while. They set up
It's
like a
true.
bunch of them, and there's like, whoo, whoo, whoo.
You always think there's not many of those guys, but there's always more than you think.
Exactly. Protecting us
So,
from the Great Water Wars.
Exactly, because there's, it's not like Flint, Michigan's had clean drinking water.
Yeah,
Like,
the only
10
people
years.
the only people that are allowed to do that are in Flint.
Yeah,
Everybody else
Jesus.
cut it out or move to Flint.
That's fucking insane. So some believe that the legend lost, like I was saying, could have been like they could have. I'm repeating what I was saying. So what I was saying was like people believed it could have belonged to someone who was just completely lost from time, and had like really didn't have any good records because it was 15th century. But nothing is for certain here. So Tobin, what do you think this sword is used for? I have an idea.
Well, are we gonna mention? Should I try to go for like one of the things that you've already mentioned, or should I try to pick something?
If you want to expand and support something I said, then I am all ears.
It's a really fun one that like I haven't really thought of, but it would be a great use for it.
Okay.
Get a big old fire, put a bunch of meats on it, and just like roast them up. Just hang it over the fire. It's like a giant meat hook.
See, my only problem about that is, as someone who knows metal pretty well, if it's gonna be 12 feet fucking long, then it's gonna be pretty wide, just as like a support, like the integrity of the blade itself. It's not gonna be easy to hang meat on it.
I was still kind of picturing like a samurai katana a little bit.
I mean, it kind of looks like that.
But
it has
it's
more of a
thick.
curve to it, but it's just fucking huge.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, you could maybe like use it as like a scythe in like a field to cut wheat. Maybe.
I think that it was found in a much more prestigious place than like a farmhouse tool shed.
Yeah.
And again, I think I missed a paragraph because
shit.
I had a comment earlier.
Wait.
I think I missed a paragraph because what I was gonna say was, I totally missed a fucking paragraph.
Can I still guess what it is real quick?
Well, let me just read this real fast.
Okay.
This happened a while ago. This was before I read the mystery meat thing. I missed the entire paragraph. There's also the fact that the heavier weight is more tiresome to swing and hack away with, and of course the factor of production. Using more material to create one weapon when you might be trying to arm an army could be slow and wasteful over, the idea of making like smaller swords. So like you have to, like what I was saying earlier was with it being expensive, like it took a lot of steel to make this and a lot of like very hard work to make it, because it's not easy to make fucking swords, because it's got to be one consistent thing or it'll break. Like,
Yeah.
to make it that big, that's a lot of fucking steel to do.
Yeah. So that leads me to my next guess, my final guess. Is this a head chopping off sword?
That's what I'm leaning towards. I think that it was some fucking emperor that had like, this is what he used in like public display.
That
was
would
just
be
like
sick.
This glorious, massive sword that like you get one good swing at and that's all you need.
Yeah, that would be worth the money. It's like, I mean, it sounds bad to say, but like, that monk would have been like, hell yeah.
Sign me up. He
Do
could like
it.
lead it up against the wall and give himself like 5 seconds by the time it fell and dove in front of it.
Dude, he'd tip that thing over and then be like 2 days later, be like, is that sword still coming down?
It's on fire.
And then he'd
It's
like
in the
look up
atmosphere.
and look up in the wrong direction and get a little off the top.
Oh, just a little off the top.
Just a little off the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I think we solved it. I didn't see anything. All the research I did, I didn't see anything about this exact idea that it was like just like one priceless item that was used by like, an emperor. I'm not sure. They were emperors in the 15th century, right? Like,
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
there's like kings, presidents, all that shit. but
Yeah.
in Japan, they were emperors.
yes, I believe so. Dynasties, emperors, and stuff like that.
Yeah, by some ruler, they had like this one like notorious blade that everybody feared.
And it's
to like do wrong, or else you would meet the fucking 12-foot blade.
it's hard to know whether they did like public executions like that too, because I know that like another like thing in Japanese culture is like honor, and so like a lot of the times I think they
True.
would be like, hey, you better kill yourself or we're gonna like chop off. So like it might be like a, but even when you commit seppuku, what they usually do is, the person, one of the ways they do it is, they jam the blade into their stomach, up and to the left, I believe. And then right after they do that, it is said that like somebody like from behind chops off your head.
Yeah.
So that could be an option too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think we solved it.
I think we did too.
Oh, I think we. I think I'm gonna. This might be a new trend. We're gonna start solving things.
Solve all my problems then. Let's start there.
Okay. You want to do it right now?
No, off pod. But so well, is that it? Is that
Yeah.
the rest? Well, thank you, David. That was
I decided to leave it open with a discussion.
no, I like that. I actually
I have on our Instagram post, because we're really good at keeping up on those.
I have pictures of my phone that I still just haven't posted. I'm sorry. I'll try to do it tomorrow.
When we post this episode, maybe add in the caption, be like, "What do you guys think?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
love to hear back from what you guys
Get
think it
those
is.
comments going,
And the hornier, the better. I'm not even gonna read them if they're not horny.
Oh, did you guys use it for a high school thing to show how the Magnum condom fits? Oh, you brought your banana teacher? I brought my Norimitsu Norimitsu. Yeah, that's what I said.
I just said that with my Word document closed.
Whoa.
And so I'm pretty confident that that's what it was.
And that's how you know your culture. That's what this podcast does for you guys.
I have been watching a lot of anime lately.
There he goes. There he goes.
There goes your hero.
The cat's out of the bag. The sword's out of the sheath. Anyway.
The cat's out of the sheath?
Cat's under the sheets again. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Throw away the sheets.
My God, spilled tuna juice on my feet. The cat's under the sheets. Spilled tuna juice on my feet.
Like, damn, cat piss on everything. The goddamn sheets, they used to be white. Now they just, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the inside of a Chili's.
Now, you go under the sheets to read your nighttime book with your flashlight, you're going to think you in Chili's. There no appetizers here. Just some good reading.
It's a blooming onion. Oh, wait, what's that fucking Outback? We do this all the time. Awesome Blossom.
Onion.
Awesome Blossom is Chili's.
Yes.
Blooming onion. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, see, you keep learning stuff. Stick around. You'll learn more. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking us out. We love doing this, and we love when you guys stick around and listen. You guys want any more information, go to our Instagram, which pictures will shortly be up, about all of these backlogged shows. And you could click the link in bio, and we have everything there in terms of like, links to listen, but it's at Camp Strange Podcast on Instagram. And you guys can find everything in there, merch, links, everything like that. Super fun. If you guys want to send us something, send it to campstrangepodcast@gmail.com. And if you guys want to rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, we'd love that too. And I know some of them you can't really rate, review, or subscribe, but if you can, then do it. But also go check out our TikTok. I need to start making more of those. But Jesus Christ, I talk about my schedule. And
Do
Jesus.
it now. I would do it now, but I don't like filming myself.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, you're so good at it, though.
No.
You got such good stage presence.
Thank you. But no. Anyway, David, do you have anything to say before we head out? What do we got, David? What do we got in the store real quick? Just do like a couple. Let's do a couple off the top. Oh, I got a little off the top. What do you got?
I got a lot off the top.
I got a nice piss hole for you to play in, and it's wide and deep.
I've got retired Beyblades, and you know why they're retired? Because they're too dangerous to be out in public consumption. They spin too fast and they're sharp.
I have a karate kick that will not only hurt me but hurt you.
I got a box full of piano keys.
Oh, I feel like that like I feel like you always have a box full of piano keys somewhere. Like I feel like that's
I like the rattle. I keep them close to the bed for if an earthquake ever happens. I want to hear that.
I have a chili dog. Chili dog.
I have the Rock's address book.
You don't.
It's not his address isn't on it, but all of his friends' addresses are on it.
Oh, I have Vin in a Speedo.
I got Bill Burr in a bald cap.
Redundant. I have a tiny little mouse named Gruko. And
I've got Tiny Tim in my closet.
He lives in a Cheerio box.
Oh, you're still going. I'm sorry.
And speaks Portuguese.
I've got an inside-out watermelon.
Oh, don't eat. Oh, that's going to be dirty to eat. You don't want to touch that.
Yeah, shave off a layer or two.
Yeah, that's bad. Not
Just
good.
a layer or two will get you good.
I'm trying to think of the physics of that. The inside out of a sphere is fucking up my head a little bit.
You don't have to worry about it. The rind's on the inside.
I had an aneurysm.
I got my Christmas tree still up.
Okay, let's end on that one. That's true. I could see it. It's all brown and on.
I mean the
all
the
brown
dog
and
likes
on.
to pee on it, so I leave it up.
It's all brown and on fire. Those things go up quick. They
really
go.
do.
You know what? The longer they take to go down, the quicker they go up in flames.
That should honestly, you need to sell that as like
A PSA.
like a slogan for someone who's
Boy
trying
Scouts.
to Boy Scouts.
They pick
And
up
then
the
they
trees.
could also, go hire us to pick up your trees.
Yeah.
Wear a robe outside, please. It rhymes.
Just pick. Yeah, I love it. I'm loving it all. But thank you guys so much, David. Do you have anything to say before we leave?
Spay and neuter your cats.
Hell yeah, Bob. And don't forget to stay strange.